Hey, how you doing? This is Terrell, Kingtrepreneur, and today we're talking about how to eliminate the glass ceiling in your business and how to add scale so you can have more freedom and make more money. This is CEO Talk. So here's a huge challenge. We come from the job world, and in the job market, when we're out there, we have a job, there's always this glass ceiling that we talk about. And with that glass ceiling, it may be that on the job you have a boss that's above you and they don't want to let you advance, or the job itself, there's no advancement opportunities, and so you're stuck, and there's a limit to the amount of money that you can make on the job. A challenge when we create our businesses, a lot of times we're still trading time for money. Meaning that if you're a consultant, if you're a coach, if something like that, and you're in a position to where people hire you based on your time, they want to capture you for an hour, and for that hour they pay a certain dollar amount. The challenge is there's still a glass ceiling there because there's only so many hours in a day. If you're counseling or you're coaching people, you know, how many hours in a day can you do that? I mean, there's 24 hours in a day, but you still have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to shower, hopefully you have to shower, and there's still a limit to the amount of time that you can spend with customers. So as an example, if you can, if you're charging $100 an hour, then, if you're spending 8 hours with a client on a daily basis or with multiple clients on a daily basis, the limit is $800. Now, if you want to spend more time, you can do that, but you're taking away from your freedom, you're taking away from your family. But there's still a limit to the amount of time that you can spend with clients and customers every day. So you've created this glass ceiling. And, if you want to take a vacation, if you want to get off the job, God forbid something happens to where you can't work, you have a family emergency or something like that, guess what happens? Because you're trading time for dollars, you lose time, you can't spend time with customers, therefore you can't make money. So there's a glass ceiling, and with that scenario, it's actually worse than a job sometimes, because even with a job, they have comp time or, sick leave and things like that. But when you're your own money maker, you don't have retirement built in. You can't take a day off and you become a slave to your business. And because you're in that money-making equation, because you are part of that system that makes money, you're a critical part of that. So if they take you, or if you take yourself out of that money-making equation, there is no money to be made. So you have to get out of that. So now we talk about this thing called scale. Well, what is scale? Scale is, as an example, you want to be able to scale your business. So let's say you have a salesperson, and they're out there selling your product or your service, and each sale, let's say, for example, your take home after you pay your expenses and after you actually send them the product or fulfill the service, your take home is $100. That's what you get as the business owner off of every sale that this sales agent makes. Well, guess what happens if you want to make more money? Does that require you to spend more time? No. In that scenario, what do you do if you need to add more money? You can scale up your sales force. So that means you can add another salesperson. So guess what? Now you're actually making $200 instead of $100. You can scale that up to have 3 salespeople, and now you're making $300 for the same amount of effort. And you can take yourself out of the money-making equation and go do something else. And even when it comes to providing the service or sending the product, you can scale up to say, okay, now I have 3 salespeople. Now let me add 1 person that can work to fulfill the product or the sale. So you can scale that up as well. You can say something like, for every 3 salespeople, I'll have 1 worker. So it's all scalable. So as you continue to grow, you can scale up. So that's scale, and that's how you can implement that in your business. So what do you do now? There's a mind shift, and you have to start thinking of how you can scale your business so you can take yourself out of the money-making equation. You think about that scenario. If you have 3 salespeople and you have 1 person that's behind the scenes actually fulfilling the product, the service, the sale, they're doing the work, what part do you have to play? Well, in that scenario, you don't have to do sales, you don't have to do fulfillment. What do? You can focus on other things. You can focus on putting more systems in place. You can focus on spending more time with your family. You can be sick. you can take a vacation because you're out of the money-making equation. The sales still happen. So that's scale. And as you want to make more money, then you scale up. You add more salespeople. You add more workers to handle the workload that the salespeople are providing. So that's scale. So now the question is, how do you change to add scale into your business? You may be at this point trading time for money, trading time for dollars, but now you got a mind shift and think, how do I put scale into my business? So let's think about this. If you are a coach, what can you do to add scale? What can you do if your business is your time? If that's your product, how can you take yourself out of time for dollars? Maybe you can implement a membership program where people can pay online and they can use your curriculum from the internet, so you don't actually have to be there spending your time one-on-one with that person. They can now log into your website, and through your videos and your modules and your courses, they can get the same information and you don't have to be there. That's one scenario. If you're a personal coach, maybe you can implement some curriculum or have some downloadable product or have some videos that people can log into and they can pay you monthly. So the website can actually do the time spending for you and create the money, and you have that without having to physically spend your time. So what you have to do is you have to figure out as fast as possible how you can get out of spending time for dollars, trading time for dollars, and implement scaling your business so you can have more freedom and make more money, because money is not limited by your time. This is Terrell, once again, CEO Talk. We'll see you next time. Have another great video. Stay tuned. Hey, you're still here. Well, while you're here, make sure you click around on some of the other links that you see and check me out on social media. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be coming out with some great videos that are going to help you grow your business. See you soon.